I'm Andy CHANLEY from 88.5 FM, and I'm at St. Vincent Meals on Wheels in downtown Los Angeles. Subaru of America, over the last dozen years, has donated over $176 million to charity through the Share the Love event. When you buy a Subaru, Subaru will make a donation to a charity of your choice, and many people in Southern California have chosen to make their donation to St. Vincent Meals on Wheels. They deliver 100,000 meals every month to needy folks all over Los Angeles County. I'm here with St. Vincent Meals on Wheels Executive Director Veronica Dover. Thanks for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for being here.
Tell me a little bit about the sort of clients that Meals on Wheels serves.
So we serve our homebound neighbors here in Los Angeles. So the majority of our clients are seniors. About 10% of them are under the age of 60 and disabled. The rest are seniors who are homebound for health reasons, and so they have a wide variety of things. About 20 to 30% of those are folks who don't have any family whatsoever. Others are folks whose family visits them, pretty infrequently. Often we're the only person that they see, and we become their family. We take them food and love and become their family.
That's amazing. Now, because I know everything else in our world was impacted drastically by the pandemic, how did things change in March of this year when COVID-19 came into play?
When COVID came into play and the order came for everyone over the age of 65 to stay home regardless of their health conditions, many seniors who were active began isolating and they needed food. And so our phones started ringing off the hook with people who needed us to provide them with food. We had never had a waiting list before, and because of COVID, we had to start prioritizing who we put on the program. So the first group that we put on the program were those over the age of 80. We were looking at those, the bad outcomes that they were telling us about COVID and trying to take those to figure out how to put people on the program. And it was amazing, the hundreds of people over the age of 80 who already weren't receiving home delivered meals, who needed food. It was incredible. Of course, then we went to the folks who were over the age of 70 and had health conditions that could be affected by COVID. And then slowly by slowly, we went through those age groups to bring people on the program. Overall, during the pandemic, over 995 people came to us for food who hadn't been on our program before.
Wow. Now, I said at the start that you deliver around 100,000 meals a month.
Correct.
How did that change before and after?
So we served around 12,000 meals a week prior to COVID. We've gone up to about 22,000 a week.
Wow.
Now. It is an incredible increase. We have about 175% of the number of clients that we had pre-COVID, and the meals have just exploded because they needed more food even than what we gave them before.
Now, can you speak to the impact that the Subaru Share the Love event has had on the bottom line here at St. Vincent Meals on Wheels?
Subaru Share the Love every year is such a wonderful event for us. It's not only the money that comes to us because of this campaign, and of course, if people are looking for a new car, we encourage them, to buy a Subaru and choose the Meals on Wheels as their charity of choice. But it's also just the recognition of what we do here and kind of getting that visibility out there. It's such a wonderful thing to be one of those charities that Subaru has highlighted, because it really brings the awareness to folks about how much is needed to provide meals to homebound seniors.
That's great. Now, you mentioned something at the start about the visit. The meals certainly sustain them physically, and they get a hot meal that day and meals for the rest of the week. But that visit, as you said, it may be their only visit of the day.
Yeah.
What is that like to see someone, to see a light shine in their eyes and have them be happy to see you arrive?
They are so excited to see us come. They are so lonely. Loneliness has huge health implications. And these folks are so isolated and alone that visit is so important to them. That's why we say that we provide food and love. Our food is nutritionally balanced, it's important for their health, but I think almost more important is that connection, that relationship they develop with their meal deliverers. They know them, and the meal deliverers know the seniors, and that relationship makes a huge difference in their health.
Yeah, I'm able-bodied middle-aged man, and I have fear about what is happening in our society and our world, and for my children and for other people. I can only imagine when you're shut in and isolated that's just amplified and compounded.
Absolutely. At the beginning, some of our seniors who had been homebound for a while were confused about what this coronavirus thing was and why we couldn't come see them every single day with hot meals like we did before. Of course, we needed to protect them from the virus, so we had to start seeing them fewer days a week. But over time, they became more anxious, and they are as anxious as all of us are that they don't get this virus because of how dangerous it is for them.
Veronica, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thanks for letting us inside, and thanks for sharing the story with people watching the 88.5 FM audience. It's amazing stuff that you're doing down here, making a real difference in people's lives with the help of Subaru and the Share the Love event. Now we'd like to go and see if we can meet some of these people that are getting helped on a daily and weekly basis.
Thank you. You'll be so blessed to see them.
All right, thanks again. All right, gonna get loaded up here. First, do some disinfecting of this brand new Subaru car. Now we've got a hot meal. We've got breakfast. We have 6 frozen meals for the rest of the week. And a little special Christmas gift from St. Vincent Meals on Wheels. See you over there. Here are the frozen meals for the rest of the week, and a little Christmas gift from the folks at St. Vincent's. All right, and now we're lucky enough to meet one of the clients of St. Vincent Meals on Wheels, and we're joining her here at her home. I'm Andy from 88.5 FM, and the folks from Subaru, we just wanted to come out because they do this Share the Love event where they support Meals on Wheels. Well, first of all, how have you been? 2020 has been a pretty crazy year, hasn't it?
It's very crazy. Everything is, when we are alone and when you lose somebody who is so close, my son, I was so lonely, and I had to get rid of it, of the property that we had it in Rosemont, a 15-unit building. And it was just mathematic. I finished the selling in January 31st, and the pandemic I started February the 2nd.
Los Angeles is a tough place for even young kids to get along and make it. For folks that get older, like you and me, it makes it even tougher. And then a pandemic on top of it. That's a lot for one person to handle.
It is. My son was everything, and he left me. I share with everybody this. he left this house paid off for me.
Oh. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss. So sorry for your loss. Well, tell me about how the folks at Meals on Wheels brighten your day a little bit. I'm assuming that in addition to them bringing meals, that it's nice to see a friendly face come up the steps.
On Meals on Wheels is my salvation. Otherwise, I won't eat, because cooking for one person, but who is you, I don't think that many people cook for themselves. So it's the salvation for me, and I learned to be disciplined. I don't eat salt, sweets, or anything. So if I go visit to my family or they come and they bring the cake, etc., to me, everything is so sweet or salty.
Yeah.
Because we don't eat salt, and in that way, thanks to God, I'm very disciplined, and I follow the rules, and eat without salt, without grease, without, just like Meals on Wheels, and that's heavens for me, because I'm lazy to cook. And it's, every day that I pray, I thank God for them, because I started as a volunteer, and who would have known that I'm going to end up as one of the, I think I'm the older person in Meals on Wheels who they serve, or is more people like me.
Well, let me ask you this. What's your hope for the new year, for 2021? Because 2020, I'm about through with it. I don't know about you. It was a pretty rough one. What are your hopes and dreams for 2021?
That I can go out more often, because right here I'm a slave of this square. All what I have is a cat. It's a little kitty. And nobody comes. I avoid visiting, or to visit me. The telephone is the only communication. So, in that respect, and I'm resigned. If the virus catches me, more power, I just go with my son. I'm to that point.
Well, who's your favorite person over at St. Vincent Meals on Wheels? Name names.
There will be the cook.
The cook.
There will be the cook. Because thanks to him, I have a meal that I don't have to go to the kitchen. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. So to me, it's the blessing, and I'm glad I was. In fact, I had my living trust done for my son, and I left some amount for Meals on Wheels. I had to redo that will now, and I'm going to still do that for Meals on Wheels.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. Again, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'd like to believe that your son is with you all the time, and I hope that 2021 is a much better year for you.
I hope so too. I hope so. If that's what I say. If it wasn't for St. Vincent, probably I would have been gone. I won't have any strength to walk in the mornings and do the garden, because every time I want to cry, I just come outside.
Well, I wish you all the blessings in the world in 2021, and thank you again for spending time with us.
It's an honor to be interviewed by you people. Thank you, and it's one of my best projects is Meals on Wheels, because there are a lot of people. It's not that the food is there, but doing for yourself, that's the trouble. And having to be delivered home is just heaven. It's God who is looking for me. Other than that, I don't think, I'm not the type of person that I will be cooking for myself. Thank you for Meals on Wheels. Thanks to the whole operation. And thanks to Sister Marie, the founder, I work with her.
You volunteered for Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, with Sister Marie, she was a very strict but very nice person, and Mrs. Martinez also. I hope she's doing well.
Well, it's lovely to see someone who volunteered for Meals on Wheels be able to benefit from it later on.
I was just paying my dues in advance.
Yes, a down payment. Well, happy holidays to you and a very, very happy new year. I wish you all the blessings possible in 2021. All right, so I'm no angel, but I think you've seen the people at Meals on Wheels are, and also the folks at Subaru through the Share the Love event, helping to make people's lives a little bit brighter the holiday season and all year round. So now through January 4th, if you buy a vehicle at your Southern California area Subaru retailers, you can donate $250 to the charity of your choice, and you can do a lot worse than making that donation to Meals on Wheels. Thanks to Meals on Wheels, thanks to Subaru. I'm Andy CHANLEY from 88.5 FM.